Hello, welcome back to some more videos. Today I am drinking a tropical punch ZOA, something new I picked up from Costco. I was drinking Celsius, a little bit pricey and kind of makes you stay up too late. So, that's what I'm drinking. Today's video, let me get the box. Another Lego. This one is a Speed Champions Ferrari F40, a car that I'm familiar with. A car that I've actually seen in real life. Couldn't afford one, but I did see one. Typical Lego construction book. Um, Not bad. I mean, Lego. Sorry about that. Lego's not that. I mean, as far as for cars, they're the best. Like I said, Kobe for military, for ships, tanks, stuff like that. But for like cars, city scenes and stuff, Lego. In this particular car, finished model here, was basically created for Ferrari's 40th anniversary. What makes this car unique? I'm going to use another car too. I have a smaller one so I can give you more detail. Is most Ferraris are powered by V12 engines. I'm trying to get my eyes coordinated here. And this one is powered by, we'll use a small car now, small Ferrari F40 and 1/8 scale, a twin turbo V8 engine. Let me see if they're close enough. If I do anything goofy with these, just let me know so I can correct. But there you see the engine in the bay with the two turbochargers and the exhaust manifold diffuser thing. It closes like that. You'll notice there's only two seats in the car. It's a roadster. I won't call it a coupe because it's not that kind of a vehicle. And these, now you can see it better, have a really wild exhaust in the back. Really neat looking front end. And they were made primarily of carbon fiber and titanium and some other composites. Now I'll have to look at my notes here. It's a 2.9 liter V8. The top speed of this car is between 197 to 229 miles per hour. It's a twin turbo, 720 horsepower at 7,500 RPMs. It's a 5-speed manual, which I would destroy. I'm not good at driving a stick. 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. Tubular and Kevlar body, 2,900 pounds, quarter mile, 12.1 seconds at 122 miles an hour. It was built from 1987 to 92. $400,000. They don't cost that now. They're like a million, 2 million. This car was like the last car that Enzo Ferrari was involved in the design work. And the reason I bought this, because I like Ferrari cars. I'm never able to afford them. I can see them at auto shows. I can see them at other things and touch them, but that's about it. I don't think I'd want to drive it because this is kind of a funky car. The deal with these cars is they're like race cars for the street. They build a few, which they can qualify for racing, and the rest of them are regular production cars. Chevy and Ford did the same thing. But Ferrari, especially cars, they're like Formula One, Grand Prix kind of racing. So these cars they made this car to be kind of close to their race cars in street form. And they're very funky to drive. I mean, you got to know what you're doing. Back in the 80s, Sylvester Stallone had one. There's a video, I think, on YouTube of him driving or showing off his car. And you had to have a level of skill to drive this. Pininfarina to the body, and the body is, like I said, total Kevlar carbon fiber with aluminum, and it is street legal. Why would you want a car like this now if you could get one? It's a great investment. Ferraris always are. And this one is kind of cool. It's goes against the other 80s, 1980s kind of cars that had this kind of a style. The Corvette was going in this kind of way. The Corvette's like that now with the engine, mid-engine like this. But this one basically kind of set up, you could have that kind of low to the ground, almost Formula One racing kind of thing in an actual car for the street. And the problem is, with a Ferrari, you buy these things, they're not cheap. And you're basically, you're going to pay a lot of money, but the investment of it is worth it. But you need a fancy mechanic to work on it, and it has a Ferrari engine. I think you can still get these engines. It's not like I'm going to do a video on the Pagani Utopia. They have V12 twin turbos, but those are Mercedes-Benz AMG products, so those are pretty dependable. These engines, you need a special mechanic to tinker with them and keep them running. Because they, like I said, they're not like your average street car. And if anybody has any experience with Italian cars, the closest I can give you as an analogy to that would be Fiat. They say Fiat means fix it again, Tony. No offense to anybody of Italian descent. One of my best friends was Italian descent. He didn't appreciate that one, but he agreed. Fiats are over-engineered for what they are, as most Italian cars are. The intentions are well done, and some of the stuff is phenomenal, but you don't need all the stuff to make it work as a street vehicle. In fact, what it does is it makes other systems on the car kind of hard. And in the days before computers like they had now, they could kind of tweak these, and you'd have mechanics that would go there, kind of like having a mechanical wristwatch. They'd have to adjust this, adjust that. You can't just go and drive this day in, day out, change the oil, and hey, I'm going to go for a cruise. But, like I said, this is an investment car. I'm going to take the roof off so you can see inside. The beauty of Legos. That's what the inside looks like. Let's see if I can get it where you can see. My fingers are in the way. Sorry about that. But like I said, this is a very beautiful car. And the reason I bought this back in 1990, I believe it was, I went to the auto show in Chicago and they had one. And I actually got to touch the car and get close to it without anybody screaming at me. I was amazed. Just, I mean, this is a really wild car. Created before all the CAD and computer design stuff that they had now. Well, they did use it because they started to come in to that kind of stuff in the early 80s. But there's still a lot of like tinkering, basic precision mechanical tinkering with this, which is the beauty of a European vehicle. And like I said, this is a nice car. These run for like $22 to $24. I believe I bought this one at Walmart. And basically, that's about it for this car. Like I said, I had to do this one because I saw one of these and I thought, awesome. So here I am. Here's the video. I hope everybody likes it. My next video is going to be on a Pagani Utopia. That car is very similar to this car as far as concept and what it does. The only difference is Pagani, I think their body and underpinnings are far superior to a lot. They're smart enough to go and contract with Mercedes-Benz to let Mercedes produce a power plant. The AMG Mercedes power plants can drive a kind of a street kind of a regiment where you like change the oil every 5,000 miles in it, and you can take it on the street and go ride and cruise with it. You really can't do that with this, but with the Pagani you can. But the Pagani costs a lot more money, and that video should be finished later, and I will bring that and I will show it to everybody. And I hope you kind of like this one. It was kind of like loose and informal, but I just want to show this car because it's one of my favorite cars. I wish I could have one. And interesting, if you want to check, I mean, go on YouTube on your own if you like this video. Research this up with Sylvester Stallone. I think he even went to learn how to drive from Ferrari this car when he bought it. I'm not sure, but just something to look at. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. There'll be another one coming up, and then I'll have another one, my last one before Christmas, on the Challenger 2 tank. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope I don't look too messed up. I got my hair cut so I look a bit better, and we will see you all later. Thanks again, and